DayBreak USA continues on our coast-to-coast IRN USA radio network, and we're streaming at daybreakusa.net. Today, of course, Michael Jackson being memorialized at the Staples Center and Nokia Theater in Los Angeles. What is likely to be an ongoing process is the battle for the dollars. His legendary debts reportedly outweighing his assets, but the music and memorabilia could be more valuable in death than in life for the Michael Jackson estate. Joining us to talk about that is trademark, copyright, and entertainment lawyer Tamera Bennett. Tamera, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
There are so many reports that preceded Michael's untimely death, and now that he has passed, with regard these assets that his initial will seems to say total about $700 million, who will likely be the front runners for a piece of that pie?
I've seen a copy of the will. I've not seen a copy of that trust document. But I believe the bulk of his assets will be held in trust for his three children.
When we look at Elvis, Priscilla and Lisa Marie seem to have been well taken care of and in control of that estate. But there were so many suits that were pending while Michael was alive. For example, John Landis and Ola Ray looking for past royalties from the Thriller video. What will be the state of those kinds of claims against the estate?
In most jurisdictions, and I'm assuming it would be the same under California law, there's usually a 90-day period to go in and substitute a party. So if Michael Jackson was sued individually, which I know in the Landis case he was sued as an individual, the family could go in and substitute, or the other party can file a petition to substitute the estate to stand in his place. So they'll continue.
Tamera Bennett is with us. She is an entertainment lawyer based in North Texas and joins us this morning to talk about the Michael Jackson estate and the legal side of all matters Michael Jackson. Now, there have been conversations that the promoter, the CEO of AEG, the company that was going to be producing his This Is It concert and have been handling the Staples Center Memorial going on this morning, that have said they have enough material recorded from his rehearsals to make what they believe could get the estate clearly out of debt and make millions more. Are you saying that if this existing will from 2002 is the only one, that even those monies would then go into a trust for the kids?
I believe that's correct. Part of what the unknown factor is how did he enter into various contracts for this concert. At the end of the day, I think most of it's going to funnel down to take care of his children.
When it comes to recordings that perhaps we've never heard, or some of those that might be in a vault somewhere that could be uncovered, if you're the record companies involved in this, are there any pieces of that particular pie that you would get before those monies or those proceeds go into trust?
The record labels own and control those masters that may be in the vault, never released. If they want to put out a new album, a new product, or new singles, then the funds are first going to come into the record label, and then the artist royalty, whatever percentage was agreed to with Mr. Jackson, will then be paid out.
When it comes to paternity, a connection to the kids who are connected to the estate, how much juice could or would Debbie Rowe have?
Miss Rowe, the will was specific that she was specifically cut out of the will. If, perchance, she were to be appointed the guardian of her two children, she could also be appointed the guardian of their estate. At that point, funds would be coming in to take care of the kids, but not to take care of her.
Interesting. Now, there have been estate nightmares that we've read about involving major music stars. James Brown's estate in disarray, Jimi Hendrix's estate issues. What could be a nightmare scenario for the Jackson estate?
I read on Monday morning that Katherine Jackson has filed, or on her behalf, court documents were filed so that they could delay making a decision on who's going to have control and be executor of the estate. So, I think there is a potential for a contest brewing.
And when someone like Diana Ross is mentioned as someone that he nominated for guardianship of his children in light of, or the possibility of his mom not being living, what role does this place her in? And is it safe to assume that because she was mentioned that she was already aware that she was a part of this will?
I don't know that she was aware. Like most folks, I've been following this in the radio and on TV, and I think the consensus is she was not aware that she was named as a potential guardian for the children.
So she's in a position to say, no, I've turned down the nomination?
She is. Any person who's named to be a guardian of the children can bypass that and say, no, I'm not going to accept that position.
Now, let's say maybe 5 years down the road, and using the Elvis model or the Elvis estate situation as a model, what would be the optimum opportunities for Michael Jackson's estate to provide for his kids the kind of long-standing care and revenue that the estate of Elvis has done for Priscilla and Lisa Marie?
You know, there's really kind of two assets that are the most valuable there. One is his right of publicity. So, and that's been something that the Elvis estate has really maximized as far as managing products.
All the licensing,
all the names and likeness, the different products in which his image is attached to. And then the other side is his legacy of his music. I think we're still going to be buying just as much Michael Jackson music 5 years from now. And that's going to be a very valuable asset. As you pointed out, the record labels are going to make a lot of money on that too, as they continue, hopefully, to release unrecorded or unreleased product that we've never heard before.
This seems to be a mammoth undertaking for whoever it is that's going to be the executors.
And it isn't going to end. I mean, at some point the estate officially closes, but yet there is still the administration of all of those assets that will continue forward.
Attorney Tamera Bennett from North Dallas is with us this morning here on DayBreak USA. She's an entertainment lawyer. If it turns out that the paternity is in question, what could that do to guardianship and estate assignment?
A judge, before they would even go down that path, has to determine if it's in the best interest of the children to even have them tested to determine if they are the children of Michael Jackson. And under California law, the surrogates, if there are any involved, they forego all of their rights and don't have any legal rights to those children, even though they may have given birth to them.
Tamera Bennett, you have been a wealth of very valuable information, and we hope we can call on you again, as this case is likely to go on and raise a few more interesting questions for which we'll need your expertise.
Hey, Scott, I had a good time, and I'm here. Just give me a shout.
We'd love to do that. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
DayBreak USA rolling on our coast-to-coast IRN USA radio network, and we're streaming at daybreakusa.net. Stay with us.